everything could be fucked right now. I am the winner. Olua is my helper. Hear me sing, say, Olua is my helper. You know, you know, you know, Olua is my helper. Every day, every time, Olua is my helper. It will take us through. Olua is my helper. Lately, I've been through some crazy shit. Even me, I don't understand. But in the end, you will show me that I will win. And it's in you that I can stand. I can stand, I can stand. Every weapon formed against me, it no go prosper. Olua is my helper. Even though everything could be fucked right now, I am a winner. Olua is my helper. Hear me sing, say, Olua is my helper. You know, you know, you know, Olua is my helper. Every day, every time, Olua is my helper.
Every day, every time, Olua is our helper.
Olua is my helper. And I wanna say, Olua is my helper. Olua is my helper.
Me dey never make am me see me dey Olua pay o because ebusuan bi na ye dey bansere be kwakọbọ wase na saro obi twa wa. Ye o school kra na boy bi ye se waji eyeduro bi. Ntokwaba na hwe so gu no pe na no ho aye tro se fish. Na ne o de nsa ka no kra nka no ye yankwaji bi enim okra. Obi su wo ho de nsa ka ban a obi o su kaji kakra obi o pia bonte no ka obi aso ni mo aye nka no. We don't have that. Me all I have is Olua. Entinu he will forever be my helper.
Olua is my helper. Every day, every time.
And all he needs from you is to give him that acknowledgement that he's your helper. Nyame no give him through onye we or debia me come so onje you can't do anything for him. Just acknowledge him. Just give him what he deserves and you are dead. You are done.
But in the end, you will show me that I will win. And it's in you that I can stand. I can stand, I can stand. Every weapon formed against me.
So every weapon formed against us, it no go prosper because Olua is our helper. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Need FM 100.9. Your coffee drive, your station, our station. I don't know me from Famsa. And the man bomb pioneer. Azanana. Be right back.
You know, you know, you know, Olua is my helper. Every day, every time, Olua is my helper. It will take us through. Olua is my helper. And I wanna say,
Sanya Mekano, no, it's that year coffee drive, Need FM 100.9, your station, our station. Now, Tana Debia Mekano, no, me, and I'm do Eric Coffee, and pay Nepa Baze, and Pebbles me, Nepa Baze, never shall me mates, enemy conductors, enemy station masters, a good them as well. A behunde, today was 7 you no ko beautiful, no ko spicy, no ko salesy, and overheard them, just a once and a week as a coffee flowers, and no good them, honey, and ne, Aye, me or Baba still come. One woman said, damn.
Okay, then.
If I give you a glass of water and I'm a juice, and I add sugar, and I add honey, I add cinnamon, I even add ice cubes, put it in a mojito cup, give it to you. Does it change the piss inside the cup? Is there still piss in the cup? Me mawo. Your friend is saying, me boo nine. Your friend is saying, me no me boo name mu say thing. Na me so no pa me do akọ doctor say check your basa. Me do akọ doctor say check your spine. Me do akọ doctor say check uti. Is your leg broken or is not broken? It is broken still. That is what trauma does to people. So sometimes what causes you baby? Let's take a couple, a married couple, or even a couple in a relationship. What it is sister yeah, and that's what it is brother yeah, what hurting now, and now you want to be good. The mistake we make is that we don't heal the trauma first. We don't make sure that trauma is gone. And sana your baby, no. We decide to pile on it, hoping that it will make up for it. It will never make up for it. want to mean chiti where you so they be an uncle car. Anytime we cheating out of car, anytime we cheating out of dying, anytime we cheating out maniska. The dishonesty need distrust now with their two relationships. Do you think cars would change it? Do you think houses will change it? And I say, why you near ma ukunu edwa? Also, you now person who edwa now yes sex now didn't know without properly apologize. Why are they now till now here? Oh, and then Makoye me tea fresh and I bet you without addressing the issue. Do you think it is gone? That is how most of us behave. It's like why you will be adie, and then we think so me adie ketwa bako. And now I've done so many great things in your life, so you must forgive me for that small thing. When I haven't sought proper accountability, that is the I don't know how to say the foundation for a lot of our relationships. Sometimes with our parents, with our friends, with our spouses. Then we think we'll do one thing to cover up without addressing the borderline issue. It won't change anything. It will not change. It can buy you time, but still, underlining thing, no, it is still there. It is still there. So till ube healing, till say mube, you go deep into the issue. Till say you would address it and then obiabe accepting inform, so obiabe apologizing. Till say you will address that issue and heal that wound. That trauma would always be there. It would always be there. You funny say first, they be me who am ebo asu, me who am etian, me who am me ya yaka there. Now all of a sudden, me to flowers, me to way the man. What you say me pejama sakra flinch. You flinch because it's still there. So when himself na do bet me abomi. Till say ube mama JD say na me fa me sanka obium da. Till say ube giving me another safe space to be around you. No, I'll always have that in my subconscious. It's Mr. Today, maybe you have traumatized a lot of people. You don't even realize your partners, your siblings, your family. Go and address the issue. And this happens a lot with Omo Musika. Most Sika for Omo accountability. Almost on between the Musika, I buy out a lot of things. And you can buy it at the moment because nipe hinska. But that thing will always be there. Or time kakra be wo. Your friend is saying, dear kakra be wo. It will always be there till you solve it, till you handle the underlying issue. It's Mr. and Junso Ngugi Kapu, and Sasa Sugar Nissinamon Emu, and can't say what they're creating into one room, near Kama, Debbie. You either change the cup or you change the water before you can do anything. Till then, it will always be there. And we issues now come fear now on Siena. My head makes me beer, my comings, my mirror no misa minim, our enemy say Guanessa, me feel my background, see me banam kuta roses on J. Bunko to J. Kasa ma me Sebi, me Johnson's fetch me. Bunko to J da form muni from one end to the other. Till say you will heal the person. And then the one thing to do that we always forget is sometimes we think say the fact that we have said sorry, no. People should let go. Dabi, you don't determine how I should handle my hurts. You don't determine how I should handle my pain. Don't me nyama dia na nkan say na say me can sorry na mfa nche me. Dabi, till say me who say ade dia wa ma me ya on no. You don't determine how I will handle it. So what say no mfa me ya dia maka sorry so. Sorry no can anything. Sorry no ye anything. O can sorry ye and wuja ye. O can sorry like how did you behave afterwards? Let's stop traumatizing people. We're doing that a lot. But yeah, you see, it's because of trauma. Like relationships are not stable. Because goodness of the heart now. Of course, second relationship one fan call. Sana ya deko in jobs, in friendships. Obu first no onya adamfo de na kuma nyina dono. Obi na mfo che ni chege lega ama fe de adamfo no ofa no. Wa enya wa no ni bi sha adamfo no say assistant de bia na wamu na onsre. Ukasa obesha no ko mama. Enya wa wo. There is a trauma somewhere. We have traumatized people so much and we are all walking around. And let's begin to take accountability for our actions. Thank you.
Michelle, baby, last night with a big bumper. She said she had a man, but she still gave me that number. Be like she know, say I demand. Weakness for the biggie bumper, you know, for the biggie bum, you know, yeah. So what about the vibe? She just nice. Tell me what she like, but she got a mind. She did talk much and I'm quiet, of course. Perfect combi. She did do me things and I can't deny. Perfect combi. Slim waist, bumper, my face perfect combi. She did wine waist. She don't look at anybody face. Perfect combi. Slim waist, bumper, my face perfect combi. She did wine waist. She don't look at anybody face. Perfect combi. Me bow akume mu ko. Anything you didn't want. Now baby I'm a top mama vo. And I'm looking at your front.
And you know my me see and dear me see Kofoedu flowers in good them ha. My ladies and my gentleman is in the building. Abusu amenim say mo afi ayi. Mo afi queen. I queen jai ho afi enie. Queen jai ho ko afi die na wa betna. Ebi ase de. Sa next year. So I would love for you to give your contribution in the course of the conversation on 0302-257-902, 0302-257-902, and at 0302-243-540, 0302-243-540. Now, let's get into it. It's happening in our day-to-day lives. It's happening in our everyday life. Yeah, brothers, yeah, mommy, more, yeah, sisters, more. I mean, it's something we have all seen before. Say, Obani Bema Ekonya Empa Su Inkita Hudie. Nase Bema Nikase, Ebiomu Ye, Nase Nin saying Bum. Na Bema Nikase. I don't want this child. I am not ready to father a child now. Or I just don't want to have anything to do with this. Yafani say sometimes Bema no Maun Yansana, Mo Kodim Pamuagron. Now, Maun Ye no. Unfortunately, nature happened and now you are pregnant. Now say brand catcher say before me no be na madam me catcher say me ready say me father. It's a crown say person won the na won abortion there. It's over to you Joe Latif. Say what to me e sha kwala no do baby na be ma ne ba ana so de be ma ne ma oti ase say. Be ma ne ma oti ase say on de on je akwala no. Na say wa what me baby mo jani e sha kwala. We de on hwe ni mpo wie na wa na to. Na later be ma ne be ka say me and me kai, me sound so boy. I want my kid. Is it right? Like, can the man have access? And I say, is it right for you to tell the man, say, look, Bray, sister, Bray, you are not having access to this child, and they are not. And of course, me do watching and can require abortion. And can cry no go when go ni baby. So you are not having your own man access to the child. Is it right for a man who doesn't want a child to later come and say that I want that said child? And is it right or wrong for the mother to say that hey over my dead body? Abusiat, join us in this conversation. I have my one and only Kabwa Worthy. Yeah, your marriage counselor. So he's not replacing Madam Counselor Charlotte. Kabwa Worthy and one and only celebrity MC DJ. Hey, I'm sorry, MC Makabu. One cause I mean me more DJ vibes. I'm very sorry I always keep. Minim dey say they pro DJ kafra. And so next year, abaga guy and there. And that bag guy can do more. I tell you what want to be area. And their towels. And then their towels haba and the bahas. So these are my three pundits for the day. And I'm happy because the women here have children. Entino Makabo na we are sure some Makabo so be any mama na manaka so on park another. Okay. So let's get right into it. Let me start with Kwabwa. Brand say on park no. I feel they will need you say hey. Me and I'm carrying my son's was some I want to be in this child's life.
Abna a message for na machia me ami ku. Abna me dey make her free. Abra oba obefa nyinsɛn. I was so shey niam bebree, especially say me cash was on pa. Sometimes abna nyes kan ko a o ene hwe ba o. Enema ema ye film emotionally when you bring a child into this world. Sometimes the postpartum depression that a woman goes through, Obama can't cry and it's easy. I don't know why nature did it like that, but about who we are, and most women, some women don't experience it, but other women who we are, to say me who say I am yaw bio sense to say you just your body like your body is kind of detached from it's very bad. So because I'm going through postpartum depression.
Yeah, my friend said she nearly threw her baby away at one point.
It's easy. At times I cry, I was trying to cry. You don't want them to come close to you. It's like that. A bit to me, share them. It's not about money, sky. You're just not happy, and so probably the hormones learn to accept. Say you have a baby, you understand. I don't know the medical terms that connects to this, but
it does happen. Yeah.
In say I'm a dream who say she saw ba obema beka cho say me mpeba. Na wo de me first kasam no kwan to nchen. De wo be fam to bring a child to this world. I want kra mayo. What wo na wie no. Say wo betete ba. Wo be hwe ba. I'm making sure say oh man be anything worse than what society don't sister. Na se be man ma na later wa ba. Me fane ma.
Obana planning jere nyi ekra fane ma.
Me fane ma. Because o ka share me that say o mpe. And I know what say me dey hang o kon because o say o mpe. What I say? O say o mpe. Ebi mo ho no mo a say be ma ka say o mpe mpo a. Family be ma, it's so big, it's so accommodating, it's so like loving. Say, one show you cry, 1 hour won't cry, who's our boss.
Yeah.
Mommy or papa or
they are the Sony movie.
They even work. Bobby or no question and no more. One now be bro, Mujenia, less than maybe some to send an auntie, Bibi son, what would you do? Or say if a man says he doesn't like your child. So we don't know anymore. Just let the child go. Because so we need a means to take care of the child. One, we bring a kind of future. I say, what I say, and a woman, I mean, also it's me say we near my baby, it's still baby. It's imagine say we dey near me, I'm a crab baby. I say, na be man can who now unko be breaster. But if me, from my point of view, if I'm able to keep a child, go through it all alone, na be man ba, I'm not giving it to you.
Thank you,
Makabo.
Yeah.
Oh, see, and that's on per. Okay, Makabo.
Yeah,
Oh, we are all right. We are all right. We are all right right there.
With this story, no, sometimes circumstances or situations makes you take certain decisions that you might later regret it. So I feel like the man took a decision that he's later regretted now. But I mean, not saying that he made a mistake, because certain circumstance between my work and same be at 90 probably he was financially, I mean, handicapped. You know, at that moment, you know. Now that is what he could say. Say, oh, mean to me, you know, yeah, abortion. But there be as time goes on, when you do 6 months, 7 months, you know, it's can't be shared home.
What were you? Was you
what way we? Along the line,
perfect.
Into along the line, is Kaba. Into Skaba, no, not say Obejina. Bonnie Bene, me a bearman, me feel it's on carbon. Into wow, your ban. Well, I 17, a man of cast. Wow, what is that mean? You know, if I name
I was a man good them had those and the Lucas the law or wrong.
You know, seriously, maybe I mean fast to born and Bob Beman too much because situations is am I a cancer man said in the future? You knew your home. What I say? There were so many people. Wow, trust me. Omo call abromo won papa da. But omo say o ma make catch up say o papa ni benye me no na odwane ye. Nti o papa be yes keni nti no. Na papa say bra is kind of be never say papa say be ra despite. And na tete no ono ma me yes na da cho papa and si sia papa despite no say sia papa doctor
Onyadam.
No, me can't hide them more. Okay, Richard Nikwe at 40. Good. Richard Nikwe at 40. And I own his canon.
And also on your crown.
Also on your crown. Is already 40.
Private jet.
What a private jet.
Was it one man?
Was so fun. Hey, me up for crown. Make catch a man. Oh, you
Mommy, don't be silly.
Ma, family come on. Because at that moment, so be a person being the father. What I say, you know.
But you know, Elon Musk's children don't want him to be their father. Some of them have even gone to change his name, Elon Musk.
Oh,
Elon Musk.
I'm channel with Abino Shankara. Maybe the children are comfortable. Into Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. If Elon Musk comfortable, if I say business like Elon Musk in macro to me, if you are somebody's only now.
See, let me give you a clear scenario. Let me give you a clear scenario. I'm a victim of that. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to chip in that in. My dad, and he went to the state. You understand? My real dad, he went to the state. Now fast forward, not share me what I say about Okwari bro, but fast forward after university, my to teen more room share and now I don't ask him for anything because I mean I'm a full.
You are on a big mountain.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And, you know, me I bread and I want to tell him more room. I share maybe drew baby I may dream. And you know, currently my dad is chatting me on, but I don't want to reply him. I don't know if pay me as a son right now.
Also, you're too good for him.
Yes,
you look too good to be seen with him.
If he was rich,
he's rich. He works at Bank of Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yes. You can meet your mom with Michael
don't worry.
He has indirectly said the same thing I was going to say.
You get it, but that is Meme side. I don't want him because of me Felice Miyashi one ho. But say if I say nyama mu nya, enka o frame nka me pick.
Yeah.
Because
comedy
me anka meji atum.
But because we okay,
me okay.
Brand.
Me na what is what three more room ntino. Me okay. Me hia ne mo at this time. On be family kwa abrochi ma me ninje. Me be say me kwa me metumi akọ. Nti wo be na be me. Nti am okay. Nti me hia ne mo a ntana na abrochi ho. Be so me wo. Nti I'm a victim of this situation. Nti no whichever way the man said it because it was a circumstance.
Yeah. Also, no aka no ababaka. Aber the guy.
Abena my darling. Yes, yeah, it's a.
If Auntie Besia.
Martin.
Yeah, Jodo.
America, some kitakatafa, my MC Ken Juan Sana Maba topic. No, it is only a child who doesn't have a purpose. Not today, no papa, uji na me, why ye obukweke chasing. Like he said, he has a purpose. Ntom fano ma benyin no why ma when you need nya ba na papa no robotwa kwana man ma wa fema why ni penyin na wi. So it is only a child who doesn't have a purpose. Not say the baby abena nipa ne ye na dan mpo a onye hwe oroko. Now coming back, so oye na say nkrofo kan about na mo we another meaning san ne benyin no say ompia ban na mo we ne benyin no we yi mama no fe hin kisi hina. Oya na we only base it on finances. But a lot of moframa that comes from single home, oya they go wayward no. It is because odu baby no. Now that parent no really take care of the child ni emotional intelligence no. Owofom. And there wasn't any other person or the emotional intelligence or the boss support. Into what do baby no wuntuma no way jaya abofre no mo. Sometimes what the papa no bufu would the jay abofre no mo because papa nanka so shemi nyinsa no we jamo ho. Yen during pregnancy. Recently, there was a news article that Brony bi we kuno ho because no untum pregnancy morning sickness. Into we kuno ho. When it comes to pregnancy, it is a matter of life and death. Until there, ebo wo ban awune wie afọ wo hu hu dey ma afọ mo hu afọ mo ba. Onum pono nature asam the forgetfulness. It is one thing. Postpartum depression that people deal with. Obi bo we wie ne we bubu egu ho. Ontum nanto for a very long time. Obi mpo wo ho mo no ma ofenitirim. Enyo. Obi wo ho ofenitirim. Yes. And a female, a mother, will go through all this. Oria wetitina room. A jumo on your door ye. A jaman on your door, but benyini be on your door than a woman. Manibe bedzinti. Na why ye? Or that maneba when your baby a jina. No oria. abofra ni nye baby gina yi wie yin e hon na papa no wa kai de owoba
okay, what if akola ni nyam du baby wie
onye ndu baby wie yi kura nsanya eda wo na ade chin no we nyina edu da over 2 years or 3 years so that be
yeah
enyima wa abofra kakraba ahomache sorry and there's one thing I'm from where ahomache na nkofo de one number what one namunsum what one hospital. I know a woman there was a time and about year rehabilitated on hospital ma men one came po one shot draws na wa shampo boa
oh
and then out of nowhere Edwin de sisia na enye bi se besia no so at the time I want for whatever reason they nyi scanty na say enja abofra no besia na dem time no whisker but on G2 do ye dana ma wa benyi if I'm not aborting the child, if I'm not getting rid of the pregnancy or dem gina manando na mi gina de na mo hweba no and then all of a sudden you have come back into the picture and you will get people na asofu binum ne mpanyimfu binum na father's blessing no fa yin kesi yen wo pede wo kache yin de wiase mo bi a wa ye bia ha the father's blessing na wo pede wo kache yin de wiase mo we gina na nandu biala ha the father's blessing na
there be kwame you dey my class here chow
thank you in your intro e kan asem bi obi ba ye wa adzo ye dzene ya wo wie na nyipa na baka oh fetcham na da ma bre no na me today then instantly they expect you to forgive. No, it is not done like that. The law may say whatever it has to say, but emotions are emotions.
Hey, lawyer cried the straight bullets this year. Lawyer cried
emotions are emotions. Emotions are emotions. We are in this country. What don't call for kowaju? What don't call for hemfa? We butcher boam at the end of the day won't ya ne benyin non and I'm ho. Obokwa non and I'm ho. Then suddenly, oh no, at the crown or shower bra bomuno. Unwa the cruni ria. Ochima wie not na hu de oh asime sikado nyinsa na maminti menkaja dan dam time no the woman has to forget everything and say it is okay. It is not okay. Most of the time these men come back when baby awo kwa no wanje ye ya mo hon intina wasana ebe oyeye mo hon anka wobesana ba. Most of the time, mofra me na nyina wie na wareba because enmonyami bi aba abofra no ho into no reba nto be gye won wa kado mi banyi ne ba ne gina TV do ne ba ne tena ha ne ba na ye lawyer ne ba na ye doctor ne ba na ye dey no gina baby no re enyimo ye ya afro no du baby we du na
Ashake papa ye chia.
Thank you. Enyim the number of times ma me no oda bay odidi abofra nechi ansa na abofra no ruko school and those and then answer who some headline be what see a Ghana and Bessia for school mun what also sending benyimba because as a mother I know that benyin to say oh yeah zinis ni besia or do baby a manka some who don't know adzeno ole ya wa abromodo na ma kashe my brothers hu nechi because one way benyimfo nti benyin bemu na okasa abofra ni nyim de benyin na akasa into no obey level yes adam krofo nyim ye so even when benyin ne besia wa war na wa wa indirectly besia na oteteba benyin no wo fie na oze ne presence no ode momoframa no wo fa kwanpado in that moment na awu benyin ne eja ma men nankote da nankote nhaba no and like how do you expect there it's no homonym na adwun hwedo oh eba no mi gya no won we nya 10 years no ma moframa wo ye 10 years mi be onye bi ebetina 10 years abofra baby onyenam ohhehye na maame ahroba ayi we kwa wiade why day meba no onye bi ode hu the sacrifices that the woman has made to get the child to be that kind of a disciplined child na elebem side no men famba I want to mama ko
so well, let me ask you guys this. Yeah, well, before I say so, or more can say Obantiti Bema. I don't know if you've ever heard it. So what I say that Obantiti Bema. The young fan is a boy. Obantiti Bema, ya Abba can say, Abba, me shows and the baboy take tall. Abba, you sooner, Abba, you can't get to where we need. A do baby or tell you about that here. I found my catch a mamma hug me beautiful. Was my hag no the mummy in Nuaka crab. Since no grind, now remember Shanasi, or the Nuaka crab and all lay too. You see, so in the case of your child is growing up to be an adolescent, you know that you're a single mom, bre ebi akola no so mo do age bi asa swodin kakra bem wenya I mean I'm not saying wenya but Bible cry say ayi okwase apen na nsesa na adwe eti we dey say be kwase ya kwa aba ehun say amanye ni ye ma de pa bi ni wade pa so bebe wadu ya metia na wo pro. Do you think it's so wrong say for I'm for disagree with you. Do you think it's so wrong say you would give this man a chance for the not because of your emotions or anything, but for the sake of this child? Is it so wrong?
It is so wrong.
Hey,
It is so wrong. Take it from me. It's so wrong. Share. I've seen products of single moms. They are so good to be with. And yes, Oban to say Bemanti or send your bet me nipple boam with him. A friend, of course. Oh, mamma, you know, but cushion the Yamna Beman so one pet into 1 year. I've already bear 5-6 months and not sending you no yaw bar for. And they almost said what to think, and no my ya sister. Every crank, papa can one can yes, sir. Mimi obi a oni ma meka ho papa ka ho nyina o mu nyina dia we wo obi so oba besi ahwe abna bitima ka cho say ememma papa ni bebre free mansa no because otetew say hwe ukọ no hwe wachi hwe oba nko na tetew ukọ no koye be me papa abna no de enka sometimes sensem na ye keka ni bi ho a yensan ko hwehwe mbiom ni yensesa no because oba antete be ma no omoboa me metima ka sem papa no da form brel me maame obi na ni ana wajai se me maame owo ba uye ba ku mienu onya hwe wonim sei wonim se ne eto aso no enso papa se o me ma ye ade kra na papa ba fie na papa no e police ni enso no ojo pa me maame ka se o nkra ne ye sei o mu ye sei kra obebu ka no atampilo no de bu mama me ka pillow no de na me maame ka se obebu abna ono obuka cho se obebu ma ne ho apa ansa no wajao enti oba ante se be ma na nyampa won say ya say oh mane nyina de akra ne nyinyi kra ba ko hwe ne papa enti edam me ma ne tiri so ma hwe no mpo na menyi a onyi a oba be hwe me ali se me kona o ekom de me e bia wa ba be ye obi a nipa nim no hwe se ne o papa na mo enti obi enye nipa nya kra ne nya na forgiving sa obi o ha o hwe de ne ma me be fam near ono so school I have a friend that I am a baba me because she's going through divorce, right? And papa name penny banani me one mama so wo ba ko pe sister se me ko fa nkra ne ba fie na bia akra ne ba me ho na e bia obehu ne ma ba ko mienu a he's 11 years otimi ko ka ne mama said mommy the way Kelvin mo papa ne omo ye no why is my father not like that with me? Yes, Okita, mind you, he's just 11 years. Or she be asking Omoka, Happy Father's Day, to the phone not to her. He's 11. Omu dia ne ma me fam.
What's the father be any baby?
Me come show ne ma me so ana pa no obon pa. So can say, don't cry because oni me so or so pa because of their papa ne de ne fam. Enti nkra no so omu hu de da mema tiri mu say, oh onyi obeba no esesa. Sisi a omu nyina omunim ne omo ye nti abna se oba na wo hwe na wa ho odin betumi ahwe wo ma oba nso be meja wo ahu ne so sisi oba ya oba wase aye be ma nti tito hwe me ho obi a oba ne ba be ma nko obebu de ne ho nyina obebubo waso odo be fam se ne be ya akra no wani be ba fam se ne kasa dempo a de obeye bia oba be saba do it enka se wa hwe no ma fam a oba abna me de me fa ne ma ho se me ba na prostitution go me hwe ma de me fa ne ma I won't do it.
Makabo. Baby, I mean, don't we need a man to see the child?
Yeah, I mean, it takes two
to tango, yeah.
I mean, in as much as Obano, Obatumite, Obama, Akola Mono, Bema so has a part to play in the child's life because I mean, growing up to the age of 8 years, I mean, I worry, my stepdad. I wasn't having this father love. That's what I said. So I was always wondering. I mean, my mom not see me. I mean, yeah, my mom trained me so well. Great. But the father love bit, not any hono. I was missing it. It's all with what they are saying. They are right, but we still need a father love. We still need a father to say this and this and this. They are bema bit to me. there's an extent a man can go, a woman cannot do it. What you say? We still need that father bit in training up or bringing up a child. In the end of the day, I wouldn't, eliminate it from inside. And I say the count, about to take Bema Manye, but still, say Bema anywhere, there is something that will be lost. Bema no, or that is what. Oh yes, there is something that will be lost. Trust me.
Abena. So besia titibis eba. That's we here benyin. Mo watson na. Besia ne bushim sem benyin for. Sem benyin for. So what's an boyfriend so ye.
But anya papa.
When you benyin for.
When you benyin for when you papa.
Na papa no. Na papa no. O donate sperms ni wie na. Ono no ko ekedi no dwubli no. Papa ni nyi hɔ ne sɛ maame na ɔkyeme na afrɛ no ɔbɛn afrɛ na anka da papa nyi hɔ nto mba wɔnye no kɔ school no sɛ wɔgye right thank you afrɛ no ɔredidi a
ɔkɔ fill the form sa ɔtwerɛ mother and father
nti inyo papa na ɛbɔtwerɛ ne di obi sɛ ɔdɔ wɔ hena na ɛso papa no wa abandon no you say the truth
okay
you say the truth. You see, that the problem with a lot of men is they do not want to take their responsibility. They want the woman to take care of their responsibility and they want to enjoy the fruit of that responsibility. Onsi. Onsi. I always say I am never in support of mothers, single mothers. What say, Moframan, one papa, what it cham Moframan. Men can't some bonum for being no. Men saying, Afra no nyina, obo hunyansa. Only Morocco. Most often, one what can some one for fathers no what the chamo from. Oh, ya no, Bessia, Funa one cast waste when I dream pide. Ebia Benini, your baby men find Canada. In some cases, no one Benin and Casson or repair. Do Benya chance no wash our friend. But now the mother is doing everything possible to stop the man from playing his role.
Better one.
You get it. The mom of Framo to them, Mr. Winning. No, so it was my mother who was at fault and not my father. They end up hating the mother because the mother actually prevented the fathers from doing their role.
You didn't let him be a father.
You didn't let him be a father.
Be a wife.
I do not want anything to do with him or her. Or a chen, abofreni do baby wa baby jina wa kade mi yeja nta afro no ware no oda me na mejensa ebe ya abofreni no ho ade what can then e boto abofreni din mele me hu bi da sister bi takrade no we or 20s no mu oyi court share mo woto abofreni din woto sister ni din ansana papa no retake or take role no do ye na papa because minyim kra na minyim da Ghana mbre me baby lawyer bo be kire me yes asem American ya ko hisama minyim kra no say abofra ba e won na ntu ni dina you don't have a legal right over the child
obema no
benyin no you don't have a legal right over the child minyim at least munu e lawyer nto ye nyama nkiti bi wo ho mo no ma bike bisa mo wo kire mu nti na me hu bi da so de penyin mu ewraba no we nyina nkasa wo mo be boto ni din wo be ye na outdooring
na mama na nyi
no wo be ye na outdooring wo to ni din ansana
where the 25 I never outdooring
yes what to ni din because court is saying that is what the law demands what saying lawyer wa ha say ya ko his fa lawyer bobaka you can't just come out of nowhere then demand there because I wanna what sperms no yeah Fred Debbie it takes more than sperms
eba me kanano in so there say pepe no say oh my man wa na say fan there
but okay you e ma ban be colonizing but e ma ban colonizing
that means one way around me share with no problem
na fema the other so dey put the fema bra wa bro dey tell me when your book can go into it
me be be along the line no ma me no kra bet me afechi aye dey any papa na kobo mu a wo hwe akra no kwan etete akra no meba otete akwala no na papa no discare ba na o pollute akwala na otete no say o papa enka ho
dey be try you into o corner o baby mama na eda na wo meska dia hwe oba no wo mbisa oba na se oba no nka se oba fa me ba ne bra
No,
wo ni eda na wo
no, because of sometimes friction.
You're not trying to see your child.
Maybe a friction e do mu ntem because of one man on person obe wo na wako na later or say okay maybe say akwara me hwe no fine ma jatum but me ma wo hu akwara no it matter to me yes obetumi aka say me na ma akwara
and you the man will agree.
No, some men do.
You are paying, but you will not see. You will not. We are talking reality. We are not talking movies.
No, I mean, it's reality. It's made believe.
I mean, there are some men that want to make up for the lost time.
Not.
So
Yes,
they
to make
agree
yeah,
to
to make
everything the woman will say at the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Like thinking
so
that
great.
oh,
But this can be minimum.
Into all this kind of mama no, but still all money in your way say, oh papa, person about buy a bra boom back before I me war no. Say see about person about bra boom back. Into a cry, but obetis kana sha cry no sa. Not to pollute papa no. But it is very bad. Some mothers are still doing that, and we need to condone that. You know, that is it. That is it.
Ebusia, baby, I read here. We have lawyer in building. So before we continue, we're going to take the legal standpoint of it all. Because in some way, very, very common. I mean, in every part of the world, today the girl is pregnant, the guy wasn't ready. Sometimes it could be that they were even both young. Maybe no more SS, and a boy need deny. Omuni we na fe na boy never beka so Santana Musa. I mean, person me education be say. Ebiana. I mean, it's a lot of things. You are nanny parents feel strict home. It's on him so tum son and say girl na semaba. So they will deny and later they will come. All of these things happens. And then when they
so they will deny out of their own selfish interest.
I mean, yes,
on education, let's say, they say on education and say
also when they are young, they are quite. I mean, when they are young, some of them are quite sebi.
Then they should continue
selfish
to
and
be young.
stupid. So we have our very own lawyer Kusi Apia. Actually, if lawyer Kusi Apia, you just said the Esquire no so Esquire no comes only when we mention your name in court. Maybe Kusi Apia Esquire.
But
can you say lawyer Kusi Apia Esquire?
A lawyer, no, Esquire, nature
lawyer. It's tautology. Okay, it's a
but media who here, mamma.
Your first can uncle didn't know how offend you. Makola na wako brebe our brain.
Oh, Lord, Jumano, Debia Mekase, Ubia betimi aye. So especially you be a to me a kind idea kakra. You don't have to be the most brilliant person. Oh, Debbie. So the here say ubedi wakuma mu say me kind your ma bebre. Because your ability to analyze. Oh, you know, if I do na ubia betimi aye lawyer.
Obia yes obia betimi aye lawyer. But that would be a quite jai. We need obia kra lawyer but. So lawyer, I mean, I think you've been following the conversation for a while now.
But
I mean, and say most of them, you're just won't be now for like it happens everywhere. So, before we go to the legal standpoint, your point as a man, before your point as a lawyer, we any kind. We are on them run. That's awesome. Do you, with what we said, do you think yes, a woman has a own job crowd? It's our back, so my job crowd. I can't go see any.
What was say? Yeah, my means some question them.
Okay.
So now in fact being too hard to begin with. Mejitum say emre say mema omunya ready so mo ebe hweba no ebi betimi aka say yenko yi akola ni no kre. But me say jitum say some mema na nya always say omun worry oba no kwa na tisa bi wa worry mu kra no ekunum bi ti make kire yire say koyigu and e bi wo ho a ma bi so e ka kire mema say yenyingu so e say me nya ready so and oba bi wo ho a be ka kire say onyingu na nya say on place but osuro say bi oya bibi beto no
yes
nti bibi sa no o sha na che say trimu podie na ko ni be ma no onye different than be ma no.
But because of life and death.
The life and death situation. You know, you're a bit careful about that. Say, bia, obia ka say at any point in time aka say yenyi akola nti because of that only access to akola so and now obema bi also ebi oni oba no be si pokra say yen chimwa yenyem ne wa akola but akola ne ba won hwe no wan kada say yenyi akola so wanya na sem na fam so I think say and yen san chichemu yi eni anka say how long na nipa ni stay away what I say because so emrano bibia ye define ya kasa akola obi oye above 18 even akola kra ne ye younger adult and ye infant what I say say be akola we did this age and akola we this age now bema no how long did he stay away for? Let's say bema no me fan say we stay away maybe 1 year wa back or say okay ma nyama semu dia but sisi me pesa me ye different to say be a one shot akola no kra no anyi aye bema ana waya oba audimu na wa ba say oba beji in any case that stage it may be difficult to say so yeah akola because by legal definition maybe we are above 18 years so and say a set foundation sir then now let's come to the issue issue ni say most often there na pain kakra wo mamu wo obeka say me dem mpene and I can understand because obi anu wa opese yebu ne kwase a nemom determination of whether Bema will be allowed into a life is always made by the court. Never any mother or any father. So what I say, no matter how aggrieved you are, uni sa over, uni sa 2 minutes bro. So say me dem play Emma one.
Hey,
no.
Yanka say my shock already 10 years. Uka ka see nya kra ni. 10
years or still a child. So what I say. Dear who as a mother, and most often you advise a lot of women especially. If you are about say me pay divorce, if you are made a main free Bema no. And the question we ask the and I said made a man na Bema no awo akola no. What I say enti say what dream say main free no ho. Can that alone wrestle the right that the man has? In the first place, biologically, unless you dispute say Bema no didn't spend akola no. Once you agree say no didn't spend akola no. To begin with, no your biological father.
Like he owns 50-50 shares.
Absolutely. That right, you can never take that away from him.
Even if he didn't want it?
Even if he didn't want it, he's still the biological father.
Okay.
There's a difference between a biological father and the one who has legal rights. Right. So what I say. But the fact that he's a biological father, that right can never be taken away from him. That's the first preamble. Number 2, say, Bema was say, Obia Bema Bia, he has a responsibility to maintain his child. And if that man is not maintaining his child, you as a woman who is the co-parent or who is the mother has a right to go to court and say that Bema no onyana famudi iti montia. So we have been say don't cry later when you have made all that investment and Akolano,
the man wants to take ownership.
The man wants to be a part of the Akolano life because the court will always look at the best interest of the child. It doesn't care about you, the mother, in that sense, and doesn't care about the man in that sense. But I'm looking at a family unit, and I am wondering whether it is important to have a man in the house and a woman in the house. So they say. And when a judge is making a determination, the law is look out for the best interest of the child. And you will be surprised. Sometimes you as a mother, you think that what you want is what your child wants. And you'll be amazed. Yeah, the social workers, because like me and a car, Obeko school every day, people playing with their parents and everything, and he's wondering where the father is, and he's missing and needing the attention of the father. And if a child goes to court and tells a judge that I want to have access to my father, the court will grant it, whether or not the man has not been doing what he has to do. Of course, the court will make him pay. And sometimes you bet me a bukana man say, look, for so many years, ni wunye say, Saka year better or banner so no. I take over, do this, tear women, and all of those things. They do that, but they will not say that because initially, of course, 1 year and 1 year be you me man who onya access to Akwalan. When the court determines that man's presence in the child's life is important, you get the point.
Hey, lawyer, now, when you were making your point, you said, like whether you say me the magic be funeral mean funeral that chance me that chance. I was say
and people become very aggrieved, especially mothers, when they hear that big
pride.
Yes, because a lot of times people are at pains and they think that how they feel is always how their children will feel, and how they feel is how the court will feel. The court will not side with you because the court does not care about you. The court cares about the child, and the court will look out for the best interest
of the child
at any point in time. If the man's presence will be a disservice, it will not be in the best interest of the child. The court will also not allow it. Maybe a man or a drug addict or a bad character and influence on the child, and you're able to prove that all this time that he's been away, this is what he has been, and the child has had a stable, proper life.
As his father is away,
that is a different matter. Ebiana Oban wako ware, what I say, and now Ukruno has taken a responsible role in the incident. That stability is there. He recognizes the man as a father. Ebi on adopting, but he recognizes him as a father, and all of them. For that reason, you the father's introduction, Ebusianim will now come and disrupt Akolane life. The court will also be careful with putting you in there.
Hey,
yes.
Now once a lawyer, once a year starting, before any relationship was starting, anyone I can't say I agree. Let's take it for instance that this man and you could even have a relationship. Everyone say me tell me what. Hot to see na see. And this man told you that, madam, when you say me no young baby, I do me say me pay. Now say who decided say Obenyem still, Obewo still. Now, now on Shakola, not to the court of to say on Shakola, because
to be the knuckle. Theo,
I can't also pay from the very onset.
Because to begin with, what I say sometime be, I say, if an else in book not Troy. I was saying, when the lawyers come once him. His son say, I had no abortion a criminal offense. So what I say, until Ebia and Kaotro book no obe nyoma bi wa the back can ntroye no ho to absorb of Ghana ha ne hadwen American can na you what I say enti to begin with if you are arguing say let's go and do an abortion, you are saying that let's go and commit a crime. Sure. Oh no I can understand but me can be so so, but it is not that abortion is not allowable. It's allowed under certain conditions,
like health conditions,
etc. Rape, near the end. So until that one is there. However, the truth also is that when mommy and mo imagine say mo kote hot so. When ena nyomano anko yi ena akola ne bai. So it is true that legally Nipana committee legally Bema no need any legs to stand on, but emotionally sometimes it is part of the reason why from the one he is not invested in Akolane share. But to answer your question more critically, because then I'm going to social science, but to answer your question more critically, and Fahukra say one pencil to begin with, once Akolana Bano, he bears an equal or if not a bigger responsibility. I'll be taking care of neighbor.
So it's not about what you want.
It's not
or
how
you feel or what we spoke about.
Yeah.
The law is the law.
The law is the law.
It's me. It's a lawyer say bia. Na nke kwe FIE say. Kwe FIE to me that award ko shebe no say be no that's or wa. Upo.
I was saying me sha akola.
It's your funny say.
But don't mean force me say me wire no. But obet me for
I don't
no mom Sir, akolana body. I am a responsibility because if senka me sperm na ma and can the eggs then fertilize it. And the will take care of that responsibility.
Okay, and now talking about rape, said that rape is the only way for
not the only way.
Okay, but like I mean, so before apart from health issues, rape it me ma we akola.
Yes.
Or rape way.
So no rape.
Maybe you were dragged, maybe like you were not in your right senses. Maybe like gay see one name. No so crowd so one you were like you realize that it was under unforeseen circumstances. And I'm mummy no at any by. Can you go and say that or rape me or me them and cousin person me
no, sir, within the time frame now, I was say you're taking care of that abortion. The law allows for the abortion to happen. If it didn't happen and the child has come to be, then the responsibility is there.
So a man can go and file for an abortion if he was raped.
Well, if the difficulty, you see, the problem, Mamisan correcting you.
Yeah.
Problem they say, Obano, Anna, or you can say, Oba Bewu Akolano. It is different. It is different, and plus, it's difficult to prove. I know you have to go through a certain process to show that, the court process to show that you were raped. That's another matter. And by the time we be cry now, Kolano. And you know, it's very difficult to move on that trajectory. But say Obani raping, I mean, you can understand why the law will allow that. Apart from the
but she would have to bear the child on a back career anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk in the sense that the man is not financially okay. The woman can argue that this man has property, and like these footballers or the Japanese no good mami dim. Abeka say only a Japanese bia. In that case, what do you call what you cry?
No, that footballer, you know, so every time I say, "Would the Japanese could show be dim and country?" What I say, and country because your ways and ramu your dish share send you be near Japanese. What I say, so also mami and I thought that be now mami. Let's say, autumn tomatoes were table so. Say, you can't find a bank account, and I send a year or two diner. Say, a honor assembly banner. So that's and you know, usually when somebody is challenging, say, Nipa Chrono or Kase, I deal with any day and the go into it. I have any tracing, yet me share Eddie. But to answer your question, say, Berman ready. Ghana ha uko kota say eba maintenance judges no mun shede mbu one sika ba kumfa ma bema bia yon ko phobia omoba omutia sika bebre asamoja case so maintenance na wo tia.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
And yes,
a dime range over near the UK Ghana.
Precisely because in Kolani we UK and the court in assess said the cost of living is higher. And an income year higher. Okay, so that means his wife's child support would be relatively higher than the average Ghanaian. The child support is absolutely because in the level of way it was so higher. And your obiso I'm fan say bia papa I'm fan say bia prapra hase. Ni sika nyina I'm fan say minim but yeah, like, assuming say piano even 2,000 krana 2,000 or other responsibilities are all year bills so, rent. You know, to be unfair and maybe I'm in Kolani so also and the court to be any or catch and say come and pay 1,000 CDs for any child. It means you want to let the man die literally. So it's no sign you shed your war ban sunya berman all the time. Ayana mafi say uwa kola wo your ba untuashi debut and tisa based on salary. Of course, that's also over. And you know, charge no share most of them money to ya more by interest or by no to be. So until most of the time you will be funny means are own your bank your bank account your share. There have been instances I've been in a case where the no ban no a door to change the number money to yano. Because court in assess is a beman say no nya. And I would yes baby into who bet you more. Men are mechim no nyem no no. And then yoba. Hey, and yoba. So and you know sometimes we think certain things but it takes away a lot of emotions and look at things as the law requires it.
So lawyer, so now my child is grown. My child is over 18.
Yeah.
Like they said, one be two, papa number 2D.
Yeah.
Ain't no be a me na matu me badi. Now when you I feel now person will be father figure. Then and no court. And what would the court instruct? Now that the child is older.
The can once we see akwala nenye no, si say akwala no ne wo to me. So what I say?
Oh, no
because
longer the mother.
When you are no longer a child, you have nobody, you any guardianship or anything. Now you take your personal decisions. So, this akwala no, e person opene so many papa esisa ni dia. You only have emotional play on him. Not any legal power.
Emotional blackmail, now gaslighting.
Maybe to talk to him and say a main play and all those things. All of those things are emotional. But you have no legal authority to say that main play so say because any panan kasa and no taking a decision because that person has become an adult. What I say. But so a young child, let's say onyanye adult. And a bear na buy into their life. And by the way, I have told you, sir, usually courts make it a determination because yakasa will be life more. We are talking about right to visitation. We are talking about custody, all of which will be determined and maintenance. Na se bear man buy. Emremu no bear man to akoledi. So I say, sir, or person or insist say. Me person me to me banidi na say edina or person or sisano is going to bring about a problem which will not be in the best interest of the child. Remember, I have told you say everything best
about the
interest
child,
of the child. If it's not, the court may not allow it. But technically and legally, it is a father that always has a right to name
the child. So now that my child is an adult, the father wants to come and claim him. The father wants to come and name him. My child has agreed. Can I sue my baby daddy for all the 18 years that I took care of that child? All the hospital bills, all the school fees, all the receipts. Can I sue him and take my money?
Well, you can ask for the maintenance, but always remember, Emra, one of the key things about Emra, say you must always act timeously. I was say, my main kanuchi, say adiane ba, emanenyo. So, and you know, Anthony Timeka say, obitimi was say, one was in Kofa
yeah.
Now, between 10 years, I best in court, say, statute of limitation. Say, assassinate here one.
10 years.
A son at your contract near the no say 6 years. A bit of her. What's now why I show I say, I didn't hear because he hear one. One, you know, say, as an internet die advising for say, say, Nippon on it, when an hour now, brea. I didn't know man into it. Dear now, we be out of it because South National and Yashia, wona wubre. What I say, and the abey or yakra more, and say, one take it time, bra wubre in it, you be shana ubano aquashane papa. And won't ya say that no dim man of when you had diseases near the no mudi wound. So, if the man has to pay, let him pay. You will waste a DJ. What I say, if you are caught in Ibua or say or pauntia, but. So would the cannon show, but now with Chica. It's in a lawyer for all honor.
You better have a joke.
I didn't see any menji. Yet me attach it, bank your friend Ganeshi. Near Koji, your bank account, or honey, boom, your beji. Sika woman, ya chain the call. Hey, yet a dime cry to me, yet me, you dime cry Tom. Eddie Shamkola. Because Obani, dear, your responsibility. You can never run away from that responsibility. What I say, and you know, if you are a man, you must immediately make up your mind that once a colana body, I am a responsibility. Even when you said young crack a crowd the body, Fabra. So when you corner now we increase, but always have the focus. Say, I was saying me boa na me ba etimijine because that is the foundation. That is and only to me a
nice. Now, lawyer, wait the very last question. Where the young fan say, when I was taking care of my child, like you said, we should do it timeously. But when I was taking care of my child, this man was nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
No, in all the 18 years, I couldn't find him.
Yeah.
Now he's back saying that can I still give him the receipt or can I make him pay then? Because and it's not like I didn't do it. I couldn't find him.
And it's a person, and no, it's difficult for him to come and now say that maybe or any authority, and especially a colana adult, it's even more difficult for him. What I say, but it is one of those things you can urge on him. Say, okay, so we'll say, we'll be take care of Oba. I can't my boy and I need say, would you any? Betiani and she.
And as a man to woman.
Betiani and she.
No pel mana. Hey, Abusia, any lawyer could say, not just say, Ukunu and as baby daddy and Shankrana. Emrawo, and Tanaho and Diao. Like sometimes when you are emotionally attached to an issue, it's very difficult for you to act logically. But yeah, a very good sense, I be if your lawyer can't mean to and to meet consultation, we should be just on the phone. And I beg you.
Oh, my jepa.
But
yeah. Oh, lawyer, must have get to a bit. Oh, Mr. Crass, we are there.
Well, Anya, like you can ask people, you can Google it, you can ask people who are like inclined on omunim assembly. And now I'm found Wakuma, and then I'm a lawyer can say that. Brand never knows what I'm in the bar. Your baby will say, I don't know what magic can one. I then I want magic, Yawan Cabbage. Emrano, once the man is a biological father, he's a biological father. It's not my idea sentiment, because imagine a lawyer because we can your madra ever carry. But then a lawyer can don't put emotions aside. Dove soon him or call to him or her lawyer. So who could not say, oh baby, that don't us or cars or dying or sika. Nasa a brownie bay yana. It will be mind the lawyer could say, I'm going to be some amount. You shall in Japan, you gumu the name, so you been a beautiful one. And a hash baba in about this canama. And snaho, and I can do it by myself. What a man can do, a woman can do. Because in the future, like he say, most of the times these children will go and look for their fathers. And especially sometimes I want like I won't say men think like men and women like women sometimes. I've seen friends who used to say that when they were young and were growing up, their father was a woman, their fathers were womanizers. And they used to be angry at their dads all the time. And they say, I'll tell mommy. Now that they've grown into men, they're like, I now have friends who now understand their womanizing fathers. Like they omega say mommy, obama obema on any papa nam nani papa fa girl obey the bucket sort senase. Pesa obano nia. DNA no be the good. That you're better than papa say. I can say, I understand my father. And you know, the lawyer say, GOG, Fako courts and Aji. Dear was all ye no maninye. I just a one maninye, and nessa wa ujiji. Lawyer Patro any final words, and if your person will be out to die.
But your final words, they say, most of them, there are quite a good number of men responsible. And Sasuba, I will say, because I remember before the show with him say, but that's Subino, so you're wrong. When you're there, Colana Berry, I said, oh, responsibility. Now, Peninsula, one Peninsula, a Colana Waha, Sanam Rashu, say, okay, into a Colana Waha, or actual needs, obey Didi, obey then. So, what I say, Oban Kwane, and your Ban Kwane creative, no. So, and a true say, be a not plan, they say, and yes, all on him, no. Nemo Mwanyim, because when him say one shall rob and said, and a new say, and you know, who done any said, yeah, Eddie, so to walk away from it. And for men, no, some men should become more responsible, and then some women should be less emotional, because the law does not care too much about your emotions. It cares about the law, and the law is that said who are right to bring this man to book to make him pay. So if you don't exercise that right, you may be disappointed with Obano, because Obano opewasem but opene papa swasem, because ni papa genes wonimu. That is what sometimes we always forget. And where your genes are, it is very difficult for you to be angry at.
True. Abusia what you see baby our jeans one very difficult say ube fuache. And say me share post on Facebook see you see separate yourself from people who are always talking about you and disgracing you too. others. Or see that people is my mother and my father. What do I do? Because ni my neighbor no one no good anymore. He said that people now see me separating. I me my neighbor papa. I say me yende. How do I separate from that people? And no can say Jesus no. I tell you be how. Eddie. Like what say also we need. And then maybe we like look the dream there my poor and papa mo there yeah. Tell you to be say hey, do your shows and a woman. But you see that thing is there. Like he said ebusia. Ebi ana bra bi ene wawo or chile e town. Emfa pride, emfa emotions, emfa hormones. Enya me hwemade there be. Let the Lord deal with that man. Because in future, your child will go to that man. You cannot say shishi. You cannot say you. Before I become my pound for no so your more final remarks. And then NCB account salute for
lawyer wakasa.
As I will be able to. As a minimum na me ma. Oh, my disappointed.
Wakasa but yemfa. Kasa nedze wakasa. Ye me show ya sim ka show na nsem bi ho no wonka. Fancy force mokosa kose. O shemitirim. Ekwana me mafada meye mambeye no. O shemitirim. Lawyer wakasa. So the time be ne time hwe ne hu de no eyi no mbrebedza me hene ntina ye mbesiafo no you have to be calculating. Nti calculate ye ne hu de yi mbre ne bedza mama na echesi ho. Me hwe no olin ye yi no. Na ye yi ma de no wa ye yi. Nti asase nti my lawyer wa kan do je yemfa.
Hey, madam, your closing remarks on your social media.
Yeah,
Would you?
Because yes, we are called senior kind. We don't deal with emotions. We deal with the law. No bana with the emotions. Bad action. I say one percent.
That's a dear Eddie by and your logic and then your law. I'll give you my whole life. I'll even give you my kidney. Emotions. Meanwhile, no one else back to say, what I share under that condition, it doesn't hold. And when I choose the emotions,
what's the young phone? We
are governed by laws. We will deal with the according to not emotions. I made the better to I made the social media handles better to now my dad social media handle Mr. Makabo the celebrity MC on all social media platforms. Meda will be one man as just Saturday in the birthday, Mr. Richard Niamakwe. I passed by his office and he gave me a gift. Meda nas mean what the gift.
Into
the Meda nas na the company na I show BBR for gift of their mommy. She had that boy and event organizer one guy Madam Fupa and command. I mean, follow me on all social media platforms, Mr. Makabo, the celebrity MC, and let's get interactive. Thank you.
Papa darling.
I've been saying a lawyer.
Why disappointed?
Send a lawyer can't say the MC say, who go play emotions? I don't know how could lose you because I don't know they not so banal on the bed. And you're not baby. I wish it be me know you ma met that time more hair crown.
Because that's your money, Papa.
And yeah, I will take you through hell. Who say he? And yeah, and more background. I'm Sasha me bag me come the bed from me who feel exactly because some head now be call. Na che obe bana be hu say e bia oh me de fa ha ye be jama ne die. And then me no be fa mu ankasa. Enti am say I was say senior lawyer kan no yemfa emotions ni to nchen kakra.
And think about the children.
Exactly.
And Kesig Nature Patrol. Let's talk about it.
Yes, into me Patrol, Kesig Nature, I'm bringing it back. I sell vintage shirts, very beautiful vintage shirts.
You've been in there a shaman or
hello. Very beautiful. I'm into me Patrol. Follow me at Kesig Nature Vintage God. And I'm Mr. Me fingers are very beautiful. I'm coming from
Actually, we have the same nail tech. Brown sugar nails, Abisola.
Yeah,
brown sugar.
brown
Brown
sugar.
sugar, not to go more local now. Say brown sugar, me could see and me more if tintin befia and you become a sabna. I'm not my mini trust. If why me trust me am file. Abna my mina the overhead.
Baby, no, I ain't in Tiamo.
Who you say? Abna pacho mini be fako. I am boss be say Debbie yeah, your nails are looking splendid by the way.
Thank you.
Abisola yana bra with 3 say. Mother of 3.
It's by sure no.
Okay, Abusia. Hey, Makabo the MC so at a Gianni Kakra. Pacho Adriani body and my voice as a we're at Toulouse Kitchen and Catering Services. It's a usha packaging so a camera per where me who be there.
Gold plated.
Yeah, a gold plated plates. And yet easy, Adriani no all kodo. Well the show be a console. Utimi order etiko ejuma a console. And then kwabo anya aduane. E ko Mr. Kwabo. So Toulouse Kitchen and Catering Services. And Mr. for your order you can call them on 0244 287 896. 0244 287 896. Toulouse Kitchen and Catering Services will say we give you the best out of the rest. Thank you, Busia Chebia Counselor Eba. And come baby.
Nipa eyiru na nani ahode eba fo empo emabunu bi ebre ewo anim nanso eni yade biara wo no mekanfo Optovision Eye Clinic ediamao. Optovision Eye Clinic provides diagnosis and world-class affordable treatment for all eye diseases including glaucoma, cataract, any yade ahodo pi. Dear Stronko Krane said Optovision Eye Clinic were quality designer space a hoodwe be fatal send you penny biara it is a when you ya anasa when you hold the abafom anasa upese wu ade year unim baby esesa woba Optovision Eye Clinic.
Call us on 0553 270806 or WhatsApp on 0558 517556. Optovision Eye Clinic.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwan de no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya jon to ma me ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibian so beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Wo den kan no ntum ho. Me be mo anu nso hye kura de aka ho. Wo hwe de wapi ho. O ka se batete. Eda fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Catch up a baba wari.
Asew.
Ye fear say this way chocolate drink ya sorry anopa no ne yenom. Ye be sha fridge no no snack. Ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo. Ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a. This way chocolate drink ne yenom. And this way no ti anu a he se kire wom koko wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so hye.
This way chocolate drink.
De wo hia ani so hye.
FDA ahwehwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA. I will buy Mama Kuma Jimmy She Akuma Jimmy She The friend was saying what it why you banu in Tomba in Oba Oba Rodin Chamia I'm in Momrania Ubidaba Oh did I come about what I said say Afrakoma. Nyakwa Branoma. Papa would you know what I'm saying? What they are done, Mama say, I say, I fell free, man. About free, my one for you. About you know when I'm so bad. Me there. What they are done, Mama say, I say, I fell free, man. About free, my one for you. About you know when I'm so bad. Me there. See me do for pa, Madame Akoma Ponso, Madame Foa. No question, say me can't what do. Say Obino, what I will say, what I need. Nanguna, many agenda. No more in your chica. About Kuana or Fata. Ukramakuma Musafoa. When I made my neon trim tonight. Wana mewawa. Me pewding keke. Na me maumrani au ubida bai ya santua Ejewai na se frau fusia Aba fusia wa fede Aba udino when I'm so midday Mama say why Adichumwa Nase frau frema Aba frema wa fede Aba udino when I'm so midday Inti Abai Chacha meni open a better mama wo Ibeka sasa be matching me Ibeka sasa be my bottom Put on the bomb dam grandpa me town Because he said oh but it's in me new town Oba me don't cry Because he said oh but it's in me new town Don't cry, I'm for mine. Mami pokuya, na se feutewa. Après fiti okata, mansa suye jesi. Abuajua Mami from Pama Na se frau nyakwa Nyakwa abronoma Abronoma udine when I'm so Papa
Mikasa wafa meko, rese eyao. I am share, I'm a metomishi. And can you did boom, and then me timidity. And can you take that so, and then what you did. You will say, you will fair, Michelle Cray, and you will fair your shots here with your enemy. No, maybe I name it. I think about the same. Rese Muchia, and so I am Pia, my dad the same.
So make us and I can be in a
santo kwepina ya mipo Anya kasapina ya mido Ana santo kwepina ya mipo Ohone ya minti Ohone ya minti Baby Ohone ya minti Tia, na mami kasaye bebrebe. Saudi wa empire me banse, eradin va unkomra jojo. Sunsun amene unantia, intia dwe bitufu ayatia. Jessica wa bonti me komne uma. Bitufu ayatia na uone nyaminti. Aya uone nyaminti. Baby, uone nyaminti. Aya uone nyaminti. Tia, na mami kasaye bebe. Sada ufamaji, I always pretend like I don't know. Make I swallow me nugget. Into my zoom to know I don't wanna complain. You, I got my open on your Beyonce. Once you and I go for people pay me. I know I am a dream. Now my because I have a prepaid. Oh, I'm in there, babe. I'm driving going dear, baby. Tia. Now because I have a baby. Now because I have a baby. Now because I have baby. So lies and pain should not come from them.
In a bad with nothing we cause a confusion. You give me the energy, you be my life obsession. The way you move, causing attention. Fly you anywhere, anytime. Me loving you alone, no be crime. You are a blessing in my prime. One of again, you so fine.
Memories, memories, memories give me peace, babe. Yeah, no, 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 no.
Ebusia House Salutrot is in the building, and then the amount fan chain so new to intense traffic. Attitude baby, so it looks as though.
Traffic. In so talor requires.
Oh, okay.
And in so net talor requires in the creative traffic.
What's it?
Like, and you say traffic now about. But maybe this is Ghana Telecom quite him. In so be ta corner ho. If you allow you buy in so be ta ho. Inti car biya.
Do what this will slow down.
Do up menti asese aboso kind road that ya kama o ma panyin dada. Nana do don kwa kufu ado ko biya so a eko kolibu ho no. I imagine say the smallest stretch a wall left hand side. Still and you more trouble. Na Ghana no ye Jimmy and any bie. Ya kwan ye bie. E kwan na ye bie ne half side no. Yeah, yeah.
It's like I said, yeah, outdoor kwan no before it was ready.
On my penny bie kwan, but it's no more trouble. It's
not as a moody bring and this
is just from the bridge to the traffic light. It's no more trouble. And then so a town no. Hey, ana Ghana ni antomo obi no obi nto.
Me dey come come nche obi esi kam nan ko bi ampa wi fa na.
You wanna we up the chest car wa hina abi. Ebi ati. Ukra Ghana for kan Ghana for. No, we didn't at least then I call you. There be then I call you the abna. Ghana card will be.
Why?
Authentic. You are not too sure.
Oh God.
Well, mincha abrante no abna birthday the banse ni amount invitation. Emi ya pass one amount.
Say wo kwaji wan jibi ama.
Dem say emi ya say amount invitation.
Na so ya ama bi kwaji. Uje wa ma mbi.
O si ama me.
Wona kwaji.
Me kwaji wa.
Anu shedi wa. Oba ya o shedi bi dey.
Abna ya amount invitation.
Ya ma wo so ya ama bi. E na friend na ka say when the man invitation mi so mpe bi.
Abnanti na wunim say your friend.
I don't go where I'm not invited.
Well,
Abna left right.
Abna say you don't do what?
I don't go where I'm not invited.
Well, unfortunately, I go to where I am not invited. Okay. And I was surprised you of all people.
Me of all
you
people.
were not there.
Me of all people. I mean, him and who me.
Abna. Abna is very painful.
Masa, we enye heavy.
Abna no.
Enye heavy na ya nko bi.
Abna is very
Why is it painful?
That you are not there.
Why?
But at least Abna should be there.
Mo ko no mo ko munya extra kidney and munya extra lungs.
What's it?
Mo ko buy munya extra kidney.
Abna say.
Mo ko buy munya extra kidney.
What's it?
When extra kidney ana.
Oh, we are talking about history.
Abna counts na blue bag na dey crowd na dey here.
That's why me I'm sitting at my somewhere.
I was surprised you are not there. I mean, the next party coming.
Me say, na council kwa blue bag. What dress kama. Abena tie me. Council dress kama no kwa blue bag bi me nim the other bag na ye na say bibia. I say bibia am say na die na ukọ comment section mu say di come say adokọ content o hada.
Ebi no kuta ginger makpete.
You are my daughter.
Okra blue bag yo.
I went to do sales.
Mr. Council.
My sales bag.
Content in it. Content creation.
No, I was selling content.
Oh, who in there was Madam Ini?
Na adan na one for black bag.
What? Yeah, who told na ma to ade ma ho what black bag.
Me go me go to biama because we dey enye kwa.
Love yourself.
How can you wear some na tie dey come.
Whoever is commenting about my bag, there's a content inside. Live your life. After all, you are watching me on social media.
Afe council call red carpet na afe ohun baby on for bag ni sim hendi mi say papa. Enya nkwa na anam, enya nkwa na. No ni abena chebu achi na nam.
Abena nyina na ekọ carpet so one ekita.
There be so no jancha uko jana. Moye no baako.
Mo
anya mbom.
Wonim say boss 6 say kim 02777.
Hey. Council uko awa betie wa ha.
You try so hard so who be here this okay course e go wa bere ma.
And for so Council if
ticket ni buy up and sana.
We don't agree.
No, it's not about telling you say what me just Abna next time say one phone.
Oh yeah, of course.
You are very very relevant to be part of such. As for Boris, she's not.
And for me
No, but the original camera.
Heaven. Me some of these things. I mean, you should know me by now. Me never me kwa ehwe wa se. Me nko ye hwe wa se. Me nya
ba. Me say so for him.
Me nya.
I don't pass up sir.
Me nya.
Anya being in a crowd. Aba.
It won't me shade me.
Number 2, and then so before every show last in West Union answer that.
I don't see the lawyer catch her now.
West Union answer say any emotion in there.
Hey,
Counselor catch up my boy say. I stop hugging me, but you make me feel like a child.
Nanka. Counselor.
Counselor, counselor to the kill why. Second, counselor to the kill why.
In fact, other council I open door back again because me here. I open door back again.
After 20 years. After 20 years. Me dey toothpick.
But I'm Pampa, send you also can na me come my suspicious.
Don't explain yourself.
My name Abena blog do mama mic. My name is Max. Yeah, and some look my name is Maxtina. I am 39 years of age and I've been married for 13 years now. I lost my husband in a fatal accident. Councillor Luchard, please. I lost my husband in a fatal accident 4 months ago. After the funeral, my mother-in-law has filed for my late husband and the kids we have. The senior brother will want to take the children as his own because they are the same family the mother has filed for. There is a demand for DNA test from the embassy, and he says he will provide his sample. But the mother says no, they should use his father or the uncle. My husband told me the senior is not for the father, but he and the mom knows. Now my own problem is I and my late husband agreed to do same because of his reproductive issues. So his children are not his, but he is dead now. I don't know what to do before the family gets to me. I've lost it. But this was a decision of my husband that was not written to cover his name. Family is about to do DNA, so that the children can go to their grandma. I am confused. I'm left alone. What can I do to stop this? Because this was a decision between me and my late husband. Help me, counselor, and your people here.
Me dindi Maxtina. Me worry me di 39 years. Me worry 13 years. Ma shiri mi kunu e wa accident 4 months ago. Na ye ni wie no ana ma ase ba e ka che me say wa file ma mi kunu a wawu. Ene ye ma miensa. A me ni mi kunu a wo no. Say mi kunu nua panyini pese oje me ma no se ne de. Entinu because omufe busu ba kunu mu no. Ne ma se ba I decide say nka yenya DNA. Every embassy like embassy ni say e was say DNA test. I prove say me money and dia ansa na o file ama o de ama o na me kunu nua panyini say o de ne obe provide ne sample na ma se ba David wo sample po de hu hia we ukra otiri wa tutu wo se kura ntosio ni yenya bi ma nti de ka yenye wo fa na wo papa de omo nim se me kunu ka kire me say ne nua panyini enya ne papa ba ono ene me kunu ene ne ma me pe nanim sa ase hu na sisi a me ha oni say me so me ne me kunu na ono so ne be me ya condemn to dwerebo enti ne yam pa nim gwasem ti no ene ne me ne me kunu kan na ene ye kopa obi na chese enim so mo ko spam ayi do na useden yo ene wan chiri
ono ne dai
ene wan chiri but o se me kunu na de ya condemn to dwerebo nti no ya kwa yes so that enim gwase emma fi na me afọ anka se me kunu enya bema eti me meya ma wo mu ide enya me kunu dia me kunu isa me kunu tu awu me kunu akọ beti me di mani aka che na busu afọ se me na me ka che me yeso ma enya ni sisi a me kunu wawu Isi me nim de menye. If you say busia no mo ba be fa nkra no. Akwakoye omu DNA. Osisi a onim de onye. Because a decision where a decision and nikunu na ema ni ye just so that or the be cover ni shame. Isi ebuso ensu ba be DNA so that nkra ne ba ko join ma ase ba e wa bruchi. Cause I said me hu de menye. Aka me nko a. Dia na me ya metimi de jai we because decision where ya beni bi kru decision a ye take your counselor. One nko for mo ame. Yeah, since she knows that the senior brother no enye nuku ni we ni dia no on diverted basbos na be ba hu nti ma me ne ka say my fan senior brother on ka say adada bra penya no mo kasa adana eni say o ye bibia wa mama mpese obi hu da bi wo koye nkola ndi ukra fa nkola ne ko senior brother ni fi omo ko die ne na sanfa ye nka say enye wo o me ka say ma me na akosi na gede mu baby nti na kra no enye ne dia no by your children. By the time they'll come to your own and the DNA, that basbos no, basbosi. You should just
and shakra jinsis abeba. Before beba
on my senior brother. Are you sure your father is your father?
Because why?
On send anonymous messages. Do that DNA now. Do that DNA now. Do that DNA. Your life depends on it. Pause the basbos and leave.
Counselor, me know ya dripa. Counselor. Asamna iraban waka no under normal circumstances etei asemi mu ye ya enka oya aso no ne be panyina onye aso benyin ne badze nkomfa asemi ho
Sele
minyimukun ya war mukun ewu time na otase no sebi na mboa wan wanye adwuma nti menyimu kun decide ma mu fe baby na mu ko eka nyam baby menyam baby no mu kunu wi no ma so pede wo file momo framan mo woko but oda we DNA nti nka wo pede wodze mu kun nunua panyini wodze ye sample but mo framan na nye mu kun na
ana nunua panyini no so no wase ba fa nchen eti nua panyin no so nya ni ni ba
ono no mfa aso besia no mfa no ho
de bunti de meka na sisi anu de DNA no mo de nua panyin na ko DNA no me wa de nua panyin no so anya papa like
nua panyin no so ya papa ne ba mpa nka moframa no ho DNA no onye ne de no omfa because moframa no woye benyin fofor na mba
but here's the case enkomodiem de ba ye ntia abaya ne gitu mu se yenye no be ma ne hye ni nkuna se me ma mimpo enye ye no we no ye enti yenye bi
me ma penyin nya ye pa me papa dia
I get what I'm saying what are the rest are for the man one fan kan conversation but ni kunu ne ka chen say me nkomo ye enye djuma mitumi wi enye ade ensi da me ma me empo ye nua panyina ye hu no ma me ti ase se
na me papa de no so enko far away
me papa ko fa ni fifi bai ma me na sisi call short o no wa brochiro ni papa no ha o ja se aha but onim se de baba ma ni nyama ye enti na se ono ni kunu ne de efi papa no ho
enyo ono no kunu fi papa no ho no de meta
so when the conversation here ne de ti odi ba mu ni say it's an incidental ono ne na se ba no aye bida
nto chere fi ho mo nom na nkase ni mbenyimfo no ya na mo
no they are similar stories within the house
so to create the diversion unto make us say on back go see senior brother ne de by the time on be hey mama who confirm me free now for the hey be do ni de so na
no but that story that does not negate the fact say the problem right now hand say ye de nkwala na eko u please say ye nyo maami na ma order on no otua wa kire be bia ngofa e na kai say enkomo ye di no ye hia be ma no e de aye di ene no ba be ma ni ho eti mre mu no ye nkoka say be ma ni ho ni nya chiri ba ni na ejina say eja
original deja
ti say menua be ma ti si a ogina ma me say menua be ma me ba ni nyina ye edi ene me ba menua be ma efim papa echi nti ne ba am se be fa
yeah
because ye ti kurom no be ye de say girl bi nya ne papa ba e wo kurom ha politically any a force society say go edin. You go edin you say no mo no onye papa. That's something to me can be said. The ambassador anti girl na you confused. But me be say Bearman na where the secret ends. Bearman abna wu. Only Bearman na done in paso and no matter taking such a decision. And this DNA truth no be Bearman tiasianka. He will refuse every action. Yeah. But the man is gone. It's on your day and I feel bad for her.
They say till death do us part. So what the secret ends there? He's dead. There's no more secret.
No. I never think that when people die, secret is no more a secret. Keep that in your. It's never.
Well, I'll protect my living over your dead. When will you come back and come and fight me?
No. The fact is that
I'll
the
protect
dead.
my living self over your dead self.
You are protecting your living, but there is a dead person. You forgotten when Lawyer was speaking. He gave you a typical example of Yvonne Nelson's book. Yvonne Nelson said that they went to do Alajete, the late Alajete's children's DNA to prove whether he was a father. Why was he a story for us to talk about? Because Alajete is a prominent person in our political history. So the fact that me today, if I have a child with anybody and I die, no matter what you do, because it's me, it's relevant. So at what stage do we end the secret? Should this lady just say what is supposed to be because the man is dead? That's the thing. My issue is this DNA thing. When we come together, should women agree to give birth for men who cannot really produce strong spermatozoa? If you ask me, I will say it and say again. If you are in any type of marriage and the man cannot produce a sperm that will make you pregnant, leave the marriage. Never sacrifice your eggs for a man whose male organ is not working. Why are women forcing them? What is it? Bearman ya juma. Now koye IVF amano. Or prepare and come bia now ko da ho akoje injection akoye IVF wu wie na embryos no form wie na fi na wo blow to say gari. Why do you want to sacrifice for a man whose sperm is not working? Sister, unam ho no nim so betma want to wo na say papa say who betma wo na me ama walo me to me wo a me fa na me sumo nya hwe ja na pedi obetma nyam wo so wo no ba ko pepu a ge we ni bed 18 besi ene on wo bio 0277 609 644. On my work, I will be account 609. I mean, say now, yeah, call you.
Council of him. Banamata,
Abusia, Yakofano, Ahana, did you media any besi or China Ola Michael, Edimu Ebekofie. Thank you for sticking and staying tuned with us.
Bill Bini Yagusha Yaya Wajuma Saya. I was so a bit to me trying out for church them say Bill no. I'm Pakwa Kwaname Fuaso and Asam in Fuaso. Now I do any time where my gun and Ross Savage of fear. Majority leader Mahama Yaga sorry and was say Bill no crowd ya hard journey. Sisi a crowd ya tin ton time. Ye dear free honum Ghana for a bubble ye chidom pa.
The deduction will no longer take place and government will lose close to 2 billion Ghana cedis. But the 2 billion Ghana cedis that government is going to lose will now come to Ghanaians. So in effect, individual Ghanaians who ordinarily would have lost 2 billion Ghana cedis will now retain their 2 billion Ghana cedis. And government that would have gained 2 billion Ghana cedis by way of deductions from Momo transfers, government will lose the 2 billion Ghana cedis. So this single legislative measure is going to pass on 2 billion Ghana cedis to Ghanaians. 2 billion Ghana cedis. 2 billion Ghana cedis. So this is a gift of 2 billion Ghana cedis being given back to Ghanaian citizens. 2 billion that they would have paid to government will now be their 2 billion. So this legislation, in fact, gives Ghanaians 2 billion Ghana cedis as disposable income that they can spend. They can pay their children's school fees. They can, build their homes. They can, those of us who want to get married, we can get married with it. Mr. Speaker, 2 billion Ghana cedis is being given back to Ghanaians by the passage of this.
Abusia anye ekwati wano ya majority leader wa my Ghana mra sebe fie ye ramama ya gantisi ade Ghana for 2 billion Ghana cedis ne abecha dia maye enti mu amonware ye no wo so benya bi kra de akwa awade akwaje wo ba ne bride price na anu si mpanifo se ko manka bi yemfa nkasam second deputy speaker wa my Ghana mra sebe fie ye Bernard ahiafo no kasa ye ne question na wadi to dwane se mepa mu chewo nyame ya adoma third reading no me pese ebaso 11 no na yenya ne se yenti senia wakaye
unseconded, and it is for the consideration of the House. Honorable members, motion accordingly adopted, and the Electronic Transfer Levy Repeal Bill 2025 is read the third. Honourable members, the question is those in favour say aye, those against say no. The volume of the work is making me speed up. Honourable members, the ayes have it.
An act to repeal the Electronic Transfer Levy Act 2022 Act 1075 and the Electronic Transfer Levy Amendment Act 2022 Act 1089 and to provide for related matters.
Honourable members, the motion is adopted. The Electronic Transfer Levy Repeal Bill 2025 is now read the third time.
Ebusia ani ekwotie wano ye second deputy speaker wo my Ghana mra sebedofie yera Bernard Ahiafonti wa kirechire mu ye kan ya ne edi kan ye be kan second reading be koso afi ye wi a consideration stage be koso third reading ni koso wi a na de wo mo de atodwa kire mu sampa sisi ade afanu ni nyina kobenkro mu ya wo mo agi atumti sisi ade 11 ebusia kotwa transfer na ekoyo se ya Emmanuel Collin na afi William Gentu amane bono no
na yetu akasie no so ne yagina 11 semsem no a eno enenam so mamra hyebedwani ede ma wo manfo ya omo okankwe central honorable Patrick Yaboama ena ode atudwa kirem se nyame anim rekure ne 11 yade a na kyerese MPP aban enso se nyame yadom na komudi nkunimu a ankomu so betwam tintontan enti de ndisi amanye koi aye wo mo eyedede ene ye ka ne ya ye na ye se ose ade yofo no wo kyerem se MPP amanye ko no kra so ede hye bose se nyame ya adom na Ghana fo eti o msempa na wo mji wo mutumdi a na kyerese 11 wo metimi atwamu na wo de sansem wo atudwa ebra no ne sentrofo edi enkita ho na wo de tudwa biom akirem se wo hye mra hye bedwa mu krompo no a wo mo sanso ede enhyehyɛ foforo bi aba ebetimi aboa ma emission levy any taxes akoto ya eda betting wudwa bet na wudi nkunimu a metwa we ni olotwi no eno so se de be ya wo metimi ayi afiri ho na eno achi na odi tudwa kirem se saa tuo we mu a yeka ho asem no Ghana fo epese yenyi firi won tie no so ya de betimi aboa enti ade NDC fo aye ya wo mu eye dede no wo chem se we nya bibia no ma ye MPP by kra anko no so be the same thing.
And yes, so yes, I share Ghana form was almost to Abama a between Ghana for TNDs for Sufre to Abama and a minister at the bar parliament through the budget on March 11th. And I chance to do Buma and then the president science here, 11 a free ho. And yes, some emission levy in free ho. And some income tax amendment bill, which was on betting and winnings on lotto. And also so ya wajuma our floor. Ya me come na kwesi ni say obi ani wa obeka say me sure confirm wa ku sabi bibi na man samra ne bai na ho chere ni ade na so aban so prepare free register na so do prepare so bi na o say ye samra ni free o ti de share manifesto mu NDC for so kan ansem Ghana for to about to NDC nti o mu na dey about say ebo esan say ye na nya 2